Hello, I'm here today to talk to you about smoking and the fact that smoking is bad. And I want to convince you that smoking is bad. And if you are a smoker, I want you to stop. And I want you to understand how important it is to not expose kids to secondhand smoke. So I just want to give you a little bit of information and share some statistics with you that I hope will convince you of that. Smoking causes 1 in 5 deaths in the U.S. every year. To me, that's a startling statistic. That means that if there are 5 of us in this class, at least one of us will likely die from a smoking-related death. If there are 10 of us, 2 of us will die from a smoking-related death. Let me go over a few things about smoking that many of us know, but maybe don't think about that much because maybe smoking has become more acceptable, because I still see smoking. I still see people smoking everywhere. Even though it has been banned from restaurants and many businesses, I still see people smoking outside of buildings. I still walk through the smoke when I'm trying to get to work every day, for example. But smoking causes many diseases and other health issues, like smoking contributes to coronary heart disease and other diseases. It's bad for unborn babies, bad for young kids, bad for teens. And not only that, it's a very expensive bad habit. So a little bit more about some of the problems that smoking can cause. I have one up here in this slide saying that smoking makes the risk of heart attack 200% to 400% greater than for that of non-smokers. That's one piece of information. But also, exposure to secondhand smoke causes nearly 50,000 deaths every year in the U.S. alone. That's information. A lot of the facts that I'm getting are from a website called FactSlides. And a lot of the information is from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. For example, did you know that tobacco smoke contains a deadly mix of more than 7,000 chemicals? Hundreds of those are harmful, and at least 70 can cause cancer. A recent study also noted that 28.6% of all cancer deaths in the United States are attributable to smoking. Smoking, including secondhand smoke, is a factor that contributes to the damage that leads to coronary heart disease, like I mentioned before. And people who smoke have an increased risk of infections like bronchitis and pneumonia. You might not have known that. So not only are there all these health risks, but smoking is a horrible thing to expose to unborn babies, to young kids, and teenagers. Smoking during pregnancy doubles the chance that a baby will be born too early and doubles the risk of stillbirth. And every day, nearly 4,000 teens in the United States smoke their first cigarette. I think that's sad. I have teenagers. It's something that I have always taught them is just something that you don't want to do. It's just such a bad habit. It's an addictive thing. There's nothing good that can come from that habit. Thousands of young people start smoking every day. And did you know that children of people who smoke are twice as likely to take up smoking themselves? And of course, people who start smoking early in life find it very difficult to stop. And then the other thing about smoking, let me just go back one slide, is that smoking is a very expensive bad habit. Let me give you a little bit of information about just how expensive it is. Smoking costs the United States about $333 billion every year in health-related healthcare expenses and lost productivity. And then individually, the average smoker spends about $1,500 to $3,300 a year on their smoking habit. So the bottom line, don't start smoking. But if you've already started smoking, you can stop. There is help out there. Now, most people who smoke want to quit. And if you are one of those people, there are resources out there. There's some information that I got from the CDC, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. If you look on the screen, There's this 800 number, 1-800-QUIT-NOW. There are resources available not only there, but there are over-the-counter medications. There are prescription medications that you can get from a doctor. And there are support groups. There are people out there who can help. So, in conclusion, smoking is bad in every way for everyone. It leads to many health problems. It's bad for babies, bad for young kids, bad for teenagers, and it's an expensive habit that's best not to start. But there is help out there if you are someone who did start smoking and you wish to quit. So don't expose yourself or your kids to smoke, and don't force others to inhale secondhand smoke. You will live longer and you will be healthier if you stay away from it. Thank you.